Do a Google search about holiday stress and you'll find thousands of articles and links. It's a real thing, and we're in the thick of it for sure.
Throw in the added uncertainties surrounding this holiday season. Should you gather with family and friends, or are we back to 2020 restrictions?
Yeah, Dr. Deborah Gilboa is a resiliency expert, and she joins us now with some much needed advice. Dr. G, what is the biggest trend you're seeing as we head into the Christmas season?
People are really struggling with this unrelenting change, not knowing even what would make sense to do, having no idea how to approach things. And so often people take one or the other extreme reaction. They either say, you know what, I'm just going to do whatever I want because I have no way of knowing what was right. Or they say, I'm not going to do anything at all, and I'm going to hunker down and feel like I can't go anywhere and everything is forbidden to me. And neither of those extremes are really all that helpful or scientifically based, but they make total sense from a chemical and emotional standpoint.
Yeah, and so how do we navigate all of the uncertainty right now? I mean, it kind of felt like we were coming out of the pandemic, and now it feels like we're going back into it, and it's right around the holiday.
So what I really want to remind people is that change, even the idea of change, whatever you decided last week you were doing about this week, the idea that it might have to change is really hard. So the first place I want you to start is with empathy. Empathy for the people in your life who are frustrated, but most importantly, empathy for yourself. Our brains, when we hear about change, we think first about what am I going to lose, and can I really trust this, and what's uncomfortable. Those three safety mechanisms help keep us alive, right? We should be a little skeptical of all change, but they can be very hard to navigate. And if we don't have some compassion for ourselves and others and just say, yes, this is hard. What do I need to take care of myself? What do I need to take care of my family? Then we will end up more frustrated. So start by having empathy and not trying to fix it right off or being able to answer it right off.
I love that, empathy and compassion.
Yeah, and I know mental health is so important. So are there some simple steps we can take to protect our mental health?
Yeah, so after that empathy, remember that there are a few strategies that help us navigate change, even unrelenting change. One is information, trying to get information that you can really trust that's, from my point of view, scientifically based would be really great. But not just information, transparently sourced information. So knowing where you're getting the information and why you find those sources credible. The second thing to do is to give yourself a little processing time. Don't answer that question you're not sure about while you're on the phone with a work colleague or a family member. Say, I need a little time to think about this. We make better decisions with more time and more sleep. So taking good care of yourself, remembering that have a glass of water, rest for a minute, and make this decision in a few hours is much more likely to you making a decision both that is safer and also that you can live with, because you've had a chance to really figure out all the issues.
I'm nodding when you said more sleep. I totally agree with that. So how can we help other family members find joy? It kind of probably starts with yourself, right? Yeah. Finding joy in yourself first.
It does. And I'm going to say something that sounds really paradoxic. You help other people find more joy by not trying to fix this, not trying to control what they do or tell them there's only one right answer or fix, we have to do it this way, but you won't be upset. Everything will be okay. It might not be okay. We actually help other people by listening, noticing where they are, having empathy. And the last strategy is giving them a little autonomy. I don't feel comfortable gathering in this big group this year, but I would be more than happy to drop something off and come sit on your porch outside for a little bit. Would that be okay? Would you like us to just have a long phone call while, you take a bath or we each go for a walk? Giving people choices also helps them be more resilient. And being resilient is about navigating change and coming through it the kind of person you want to be.
I love that, Dr. G. Navigating change. Well, thank you so much. You always have the best advice, and happy holidays to you.
To you as well. Take care.
Bye.
Yeah, this was such amazing tips from Dr. G. And Dr. Debbie Gilboa is a resiliency expert, author, family physician, and regular contributor here on PTL.